something different. We thought about making a workshop, show you how we build things, how we're making armors and all this stuff, but actually you can see everyone how to make an armor, how to sew something. That's why YouTube exists. So, for today, we're about to talk about cosplay taking to the next level, the professional one. It's something difficult, but if you know what you have to do to make it, it's not that hard.
Yeah. And I'm Alex. I'm her boyfriend/manager. And I know this is a weird combination, but if you want to do something like that, which is make your profession come true, especially if it's like a dream profession, like a cosplayer, you sometimes need a manager or someone to guide you through the booby traps that lie in your way.
Or just talk about the
Yeah. So.
Yeah. In Greece, we are one of the most known teams. I'm working a lot with my sister because I love doing cosplays, and cosplay comes from the word costume and play, which means play with other people and create something. So that's what we have to do. We need to create, we need to show our work to others, and the most important part of cosplay is that keep in mind that it's a way to make friends, to meet new people, to have new experience. And that's why we are here today. So, we will talk about 4 things. First one is how to choose a character, which is super important if you want to take it to the professional level. You want to take it to the
Yeah. The next part is going to be when you have chosen your character and your characters, like for the next season, is how you actually make the costume.
Yeah, which is super important as well. And then it comes the question: what do you do after making the costume? Which is super important. We will tell you what you can do with your costume, how you can show your costume to other people, how you can earn things from your costumes, and the last part it will be about the promotion, promoting yourself, which is something that you can hear every day, and most of the cosplayers don't know a lot about it.
Yeah, and this is where the difference sometimes lies. It's in the promotion, because if you don't promote yourself in the right way, then it's very difficult to make cosplay as your profession, because you want people to take you seriously, and you want people to take you as a professional. So promoting yourself is not part of the job description if you are a cosplayer as a hobby, you have cosplay as a hobby. But it's something you need to learn how to do, and you don't learn that from YouTube, you don't learn that from someone else telling you what to do. You actually have to improvise and find your own way in order to promote yourself correctly. So,
yeah. So actually, have all of you ever cosplay?
Yeah. There's cosplayers in the
yeah.
Yeah, I can see cosplay, but
we have one famous over there in a white wig. Get your head. She has a lot of followers on Instagram.
Oh. Hello, popular cosplayer.
Hello.
There's also these two. YouTube. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. They're also really popular.
So whenever you feel like it, even if we are speaking, you can raise your hand and ask anything,
yes.
and we will just answer that question right away.
Sure. So you want to after the panel, or you do?
No, we can do it in the meanwhile.
After the panel for sure, but if someone wants to ask something right away, he can do it. We don't mind.
Okay, so you can start with you don't have to joke too much.
Start with.
I know how you feel like you
Okay, so cosplay is one of the greatest hobby you can have, but it can be a real job as well. Do you know anyone who has made cosplay his real job?
Yeah,
Oscar Nigri, Lightning, all these cosplayers. But that's like talking about Hollywood. You don't have to reach that level to make cosplay your work. You can find ways to make cosplay your work even where you're not so known, I would say.
Well,
Yeah. And most important thing is that you need to take cosplay seriously. It's a profession. It's like all the other jobs. You have to spend time on it. You have to work hard for it. And if you work hard, you will do something.
isn't that the general in life? When you do hard, you succeed.
Yeah.
But I think that the thing that you're going to talk about, I'm guessing, is how to promote yourself as a cosplayer without having, some big house finding you and making you their official costume player or cosplayer and stuff like that. You're talking about that, right?
Yes, kind of. Actually, even if a house fire, before they found you do something. That's what you look at. What you do to get noticed or to read something yourself. Yes. Okay, so let's go to the first part, which is how to choose the right character for you. Okay, first of all, you have to keep in mind what you want to do with the character. You want to have a character just into a suit, which is super easy and it doesn't have to be perfect because photo editing will fix everything. You want to make a costume amazing, to go to conventions and everyone's admire your work. You want to do a cosplay just for fun because you love the character, it was your best hero of your childhood. You have to think of all of it and think how big, how small the costume has to be. I'm talking about that. It's good to group your characters to three big categories. The first one is the most known, then it's the gaming category. Gaming cosplays are the most known because most of the people worldwide play games and they knew cosplay about games.
Because you did League of Legends.
Yeah, because League of Legends, I would say that gaming industry is getting bigger and bigger and it's actually even bigger than anime, comic industry. So when you do a gaming character, keep in mind that the audience is who might know the character, maybe even bigger than the others, right? So the other category is the comic, which is the oldest one. I think everyone's loved comics, so it was our first dance, for me at least, with all these activity. And many people love some characters. In comics, sometimes it's really hard to know all the characters, and so don't be disappointed if they won't recognize you at the first sight. There are many different versions of the character. There are many comics that they aren't so known. I mean, everyone knows Justice League, but the half of them knows the Teen Titans, the Raven that I cosplayed yesterday. But in America, comic industry is not so known as a gaming, but a lot. If you go to Japan and cosplay Deadpool, they might not recognize you. Can you believe that?
Japan. They might not, they really might not.
Yeah.
Because they are focusing on anime and manga as well, right?
Yeah, they are focusing a lot on anime and manga. And I had a friend, he went to Japan as Deadpool and they didn't recognize him. And it was Deadpool. Can you imagine me?
Yeah,
Yes,
Deadpool is kind of like the god of the god.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you... Huh?
Not a question, but a pointer, observation.
Yeah.
A couple of days ago, some friend sent me a video of a guy, of a reactioner called Akasa. He's an African American living in Tokyo, and he mostly does supernatural, One with that sort of stuff. And then he once went to, does Tokyo have Comic Con?
Yeah, they have something like their
Yeah, so
convention.
So he basically went as vegan, and some little guys, he called it, oh, it's a vegan. His girlfriend was, why is it so racist? Oh, and not only that, one citizen of Tokyo came to him dressed as vegan. Asian guy.
Yeah.
With pompadour.
Yeah. They focus, each country focuses on their own strengths and weaknesses. So if you go to Japan, of course, anime and manga are bigger there. If you go to America, I mean, if you go to America, because we have some cosplay friends there, and you don't cosplay a comic character, I mean, for example, you go to a convention, that is a 3 days convention, right? And you don't cosplay any comic character, you're gonna get pointed at. I mean, that guy doesn't cosplay comic characters. Why not? Doesn't he like them? They have comics like really high above. So if you go to America for a convention, I suggest you cosplay some comic characters, because if you don't,
Just one.
Yeah.
at least one, yeah.
And game character is okay as well, but the manga would be more down.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last one is the anime manga characters. It's pretty popular in Asia. I mean, if you get there, you have to do an anime character or from manga. They don't know, as we said before, the other characters. They know the gaming ones because Asians are the best players in the world in the gaming industry. I mean, League of Legends every year, the winners are from Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
what do you need to do? And I will go to the next one.
and the last category is from series,
I'm sorry.
which are pretty popular to the oldest one, but not that much to the new audience. I mean, people are over 15, they don't know other series except Game of Thrones or some popular supernatural from
Stranger Things and stuff like that. Vampire Diaries. Twilight. 50 Shades of Grey, I can go on.
Okay,
So what you need to understand, and I'm going to the next one, is there are these big industries out there, the comic industries, the anime, the gaming, and they have respectively a lot of big companies. So what these companies do, and they do it more and more every year, is throw money into their marketing. They are throwing away money in order to create hype. They are throwing away money to create new games, new characters, new skins for their characters that are already there. For example, Easter characters or Christmas skins,
have you
stuff
tried
like that.
Overwatch, the Halloween characters? And what happened with the Halloween characters?
Every cosplayer that cosplayed them like skyrocketed with likes. That's happening because these industries, they pour money into marketing. So what are you for? You're cosplayers. Make that, use that. Take that hype and use it. Cosplay the characters that are hot right now. Christmas is right around the corner, and I bet you you're gonna have a bunch of new Christmas skins for games, for some comics that do like Christmas stuff. So why don't you be the first cosplayer in the world to cosplay that skin? I bet you that you're gonna get attention that you never thought, especially if you promote that cosplay in the right way. So use that hype, use that marketing, and use that money that others pay for you, and make yourself known.
May I say something or ask you to tell me your about it? I think that now since cosplay is more popular, that game companies are strategically making characters more and more, to say, doable and makeable for
Yes.
costumers, so they can promote them. That's free promotion. If a
Yeah.
person does the costume, they're wasting their money and they get a free promotion.
Yeah.
So now I think they're using cosplayers for that, and that is why they have so much, like, they spend so much money on making new costumes.
Yeah, you want to talk
When,
about Overwatch?
yeah, I was about to say that. When Blizzard published Overwatch, she said that she created characters that are able to be cosplayed. Not easy, some of them are easy, but even the hard, there is a way to make them as cosplay. And there's a company, I don't know the name, which is... Never mind. There's a gaming company that she created a game, and in the creating team there were cosplayers that they say their opinion about the characters and how easily they are to be cosplayed. Also, Blizzard created in Overwatch the 3D model view of each costume and each weapon, so for the cosplayers to be easier to make the costumes.
They actually did it before with Dragon Age. They did it with Dragon Age Inquisition. They made also 3D of every character. You can turn it. You can like special details on the side. They did that with Overwatch as well. They're doing that as with Diablo, I think, as well. Because I see that Blizzard is putting more much effort into like promoting them for the cosplayers.
Also, if you send a message to Blizzard and ask her about a character, she could send you 3D models, she could send you more reference pictures and stuff. Blizzard love cosplayers, and she tried to make even more people start cosplay. That's amazing. The whole company answers you when you asking her about more reference pictures.
Actually, ask for reference pictures for my Isabella. I'm so stupid. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now I can make it properly.
Yeah. So as you can see, cosplay is getting something bigger and bigger, and the companies are supporting it. That means that they want more cosplayers, more professional ones. Otherwise, they could just send the 3D models and all the stuff to some of the most known cosplayers and hide from the public these super helpful references. That means something.
Some of them do that, actually. Some of them do that.
Yeah, but when one of the most known companies help you, it means a lot.
Yeah.
It means they want more cosplayers for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay about the categories that you can cosplay, but keep in mind, even if it's a season, even if you want to make a Christmas character, a seasonal one, that the character must be close to you. The character must mean something to you. Must be have some of your
Characteristics.
characteristics, or yeah, some parts of your personality, something that you can show when you're wearing that character. You feel something, and you want to show something to others when you're wearing that costume. And that's something that you can see very easily.
And I'm going to touch to the one of the taboos for some people, which is the body type of each cosplayer and the cosplay that they're making. First of all, me and Horror, we are very pro into making whatever cosplay you want to do. And that goes like, no matter your body type, no matter your height, no matter the color of your eyes, for example, if you're not wearing contact lenses, whatever. It is your right to cosplay whatever you want and whatever you like. But don't forget that as this is your right to cosplay whatever you want, it's everyone else's right to judge that. So if and only if you want to make cosplay your profession of choice, then I suggest that you choose the characters that you cosplay based or a little bit, be a little bit around your body type, your height, and stuff like that. So if you, for example, cosplay, if you are a girl and you cosplay a boy, or if you're a boy and you cosplay a girl, or you're cosplaying something that is entirely different from you, I guarantee you that it's not going to be 100% accurate. And that is the main problem here. It's not how you look, it's not if you're good looking or bad looking dude, it's that you're not going to be accurate. And most companies that are going to probably hire you want that accuracy. So body type and overall appearance of a character must be something that you have in mind when you want to cosplay something like professional.
Actually, that's why there are the fan arts. you can create, if you really want to cosplay a character and you're not that similar to the original edition, you can create your own. You'll create a fan art based on the character, but it won't be exactly the character. It will be you in the character. And that's why I fully support fan art designs. I've seen a Gundam cosplay, Gundam from World of Warcraft. Yeah. And there was a woman about 50 years old, and she was operated, and she did an amazing Gundam. She asked about Zack Fisher, you know him, one of the best fan art designers, to create a fan art for her of Gundam, and it was amazing. Okay.
And that is something actually we haven't written down, but we can say. You said the name. Does anyone here know Zack Fisher?
Zack Fisher.
Zack Fisher?
Yeah, Zack Fisher.
Okay, Zack Fisher, to say like in 2 sentences, is a very well-known guy for creating cosplay, how do you say? Fan arts. So, designs. If you want to cosplay something that doesn't exist, for example, armored evolutions that just Canary and a bunch of other cosplays did, they asked this guy to create it for them, and they cosplayed it. So
there are way more now that
yeah, of course. Of course. So if you want to cosplay something that doesn't exist or it doesn't suit you as it is, you can always think about a fan art, and you need a designer to do that because obviously you
or
can.
just creating yourself.
Well, it's not that easy, but yeah.
I created myself my coupon. sorry, don't give me. Okay. So, and now you have to choose your character. It's time to make the costume. You have to be really careful when you're making a costume. You have to choose the right materials. Keep in mind that cosplayers pretending to be a character. So the materials you use have to be perfect to pretend to be an armor, a fabric or something. You don't have to use iron, metals to make an armor. You have to find the perfect material so it can pretend to be an armor. Metal. You want to add something here?
Yeah. So quality is a very big part of cosplay if you want to do it professionally. And what does that mean? We all know, or most of us at least, that cosplay is very creative hobby, so you can find around a lot of spare parts in order to do a cosplay. That's very creative, and most of the times it's what makes cosplay so interesting, right? Yeah. But when you want to do a commission for a company, a commission for someone that actually pays you, it's better to consider the quality of your suit as well. So, when you want to create a costume and move around, even fight sometimes, or take like 3 photo shoots in a day, but each of the photo shoots lasts for 2 or 3 hours, means you need something durable. So you need to find durable materials. Durable materials most of the times are not cheap, so you have to find the cheapest one you can, and the one that's closer to what you want to achieve at the end of your cosplay. So, yes, creating cosplay with everything around you is a very creative way, but if you want to do it like, if you want to create a cosplay and make it look like a real costume and not like a Halloween costume or something, you need to invest into these materials, because at the end of the day, your costume is a tool of your work, so you have to invest into that. You have to make it durable. You must create it in a way that you can wear it multiple times and go to multiple conventions, maybe abroad. So yeah, materials are very important.
Yeah, and there are special techniques for each part. I mean, keep in mind in general that when you're making a costume, you have first to create something, especially for artists. You need to create a base. You need to fix it, modify like the character is. After that, do the prime job to make this emblem, and the paint job, and then
Coat it into making it look like illustrious.
Yeah, which also keeps the coloring. You can check our YouTube channel about that. We are making a lot of stuff there, and you can see what we use, how we make it, because that takes a lot of time and a lot of experience to get use of that.
Yeah, good say that.
Okay, so the most important thing that I think no one in cosplay can do is keep the deadlines.
Yeah, the special cosplay law.
Yeah. I think there's a law here. Why we can't make a costume in time?
It's like a Murphy's law.
Yes.
There's always something you gotta, except Isidora just made it. You know, she said that she's finished it with
Isidora is
Sunday.
special.
She's special. But,
Yeah, but there, we must name a law about that because every cosplayer I know never makes something in time. It's always some part in the last moment and stuff like that. I mean, even if you have a whole year or a month or 2 days, you always have your costume ready. The last moment of the con, the event, you want to go. So keep the deadlines is really, really important. And what I would can suggest is to make a closer deadline. So if you have 1 month to make a costume, make it 2, make it through, in 3 weeks. So you have 1 extra week to work with it if you don't have the costume in the deadline. But I don't know what happened with the deadlines.
deadlines are special. Deadlines are special. Nobody follows it.
The best thing for me is creating a costume without deadlines. I mean, if you want to create something big, you need a lot of time. Putting it into deadline will have some loss. Maybe you won't reach the quality you want. Maybe you need more time. So it's okay for me if you won't appear with a cosplay at a con, but at the next one you have a perfect costume. You can be like that. Okay. So, yeah, we can't talk a lot about making a costume because we don't have something here to show you, but you can check our YouTube channel and internet in general. There are many tutorials, there are many people who will help you making a costume. You can, even if you want to make a hat, I don't know how I thought about that. You can just Google how to make a hat or hat patterns. Patterns, thank you. Patterns. There are many free tutorials and patterns online. That's about it. And now you have the perfect costume ready, the hardware you love. What are you going to do with that? What are you doing with your costumes?
Try it on.
Well,
What?
First,
Try it on.
yeah, first, he said try it on.
Oh,
First
yeah.
of all, yeah.
Yeah, in the making.
Me, for example, I usually when I make a costume, I afterwards have a photo shoot and then make some photos and post them on my page, wear it at the con, of course. That's what I'm making it for, and that's about it.
Okay.
Okay, before doing anything, you need to know the character. You need to be the character. You can't go to a con and someone, for example, you're Raven, and say, oh, are you in the Justice League? Oh, the Titans, I'm member of the Titans, right? You need to be sure who you are. You're the character, not you anymore. So,
I'm very much. Because I go by that logic. So.
Yeah. Spend some time learning the details of the character because there's always someone who knows everything about the universe you cosplay, the character. And he will be really disappointed if you don't know something and you cosplay a character. We're not forced you to do that, but you'll feel way better if you know exactly the character.
The fun thing is, for example, I take it along with Isidora to the next level. We also watch body movement, how they act, their
That's a nice one.
how they act, how are they like mentally, and you try to like present it as it is. Because for your Raven, I really like, because whenever you took a picture, you were like, I'm going to destroy everything. You went through like that. And I was like, well, they.
Yeah, why are you taking pictures with these people? They want to see Raven, not you. I mean, as a person might be shy or might be cute or stuff like that. When you take the picture, you have to be Raven. You have to be the character. So it's good to learn how to pose, how to pose in general. Okay, but you need to know how the character pose as well. That's everything. Okay. And try to learn some phrases of the character. Phrases. Oh, okay. Because you have to speak like a character.
Yeah, you mean like vida when I was I was playing Spider-Man.
Oh my god. It's really good.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're the character. Great. You can do photo shootings, as we said before, and when you do photo shooting, you need to find a good photographer. Yeah.
Yep. You said good photographer, we were ta-ta-ta.
I'm promoting you right now. Yeah.
So I actually want to make a question to the audience because it feels like we're talking forever. You do a photo shoot, right? You have to do a photo shoot. Can you tell us the three things that come to your mind first that you need to do in order to have a proper photo shoot? Like three things that you need.
Location.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Speak up.
Yes.
That's what you get. Alright, so we have location, we have poses, we have anything else? Someone wants to add?
Maybe the mood, you know, if the character, for example, you can't take a picture, I mean, you can take a picture of, let's say, for example, Batman in the morning, but that kind of would be...
Yeah, but that's in,
You know,
I think that's in location in general.
Yeah, but I thought maybe.
Yeah, that's important.
Or maybe, you know, if it's a rainy day, no, it's fine to take a picture.
Yeah. Okay, so apart that, you need to be super careful with your partners. I mean, the photographers and the editors. Maybe sometimes a person is a really good photographer, but not the editor. That's okay. As long as that's going to be your job, you have to be clear about the work you're about to do with them. If you don't like their edit, if you don't like something, how they work, feel free to tell them, talk about that. In my country, cosplayers usually take photos as a group. I mean, when you go to the convention, there's a team that makes photo shootings before the convention, about 5 hours ago. So you know where the location is, it's always the same, it's a park. A park, yeah. And you go there and they're taking pictures, just with a camera. And I can assure you that the edit is really bad. But also it's the problem that there's a park and it's in the middle of the day. You can't take all the characters there.
Yeah.
And no one's saying something about that. No one's making professional photos. But they want to be professionals. And they're too shy to speak, to say, you know, okay, I like your photos, I like your edit, but we can't take photos right now here because it's the middle of the day. I mean, we can, but it's not the professional ones that I'm going to use them. So don't be afraid to speak to the photographers. There are not bad versions.
Yeah.
Okay.
And another question, I don't know if anyone here had a proper photo shoot, but how long do you think a professional photo shoot lasts? Like
Long.
It depends on the costume.
Depends on the cosplay, depends on how much you gotta wear, how much you're sweating in it.
Yeah.
You know, because I know I had costumes that it took us like, when it's a group, it took us 8 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
Sometimes it takes like up to 2 or 3, depending on how the costume is and how you pose. Because sometimes you can't hold the pose for too long, so you gotta like stand up or sit down and stuff like that. So it takes a longer, but mostly depends on the costume.
So some standard questions that you can do to a photographer, sometimes, if the photographer is a normal person, is is ask him what is the equipment he is using, what kind of camera, does he have a stabilizer, does he have flashes, does he have...
Video.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Does he have a studio, or are you going outside? And if you're going outside, where is that location? Has he ever actually been there before? I know that these questions, like, you might think that it's too much to ask, but if you want to do something that you are gonna sell afterwards, these are the things you need to know in order to know what you're gonna wear, how you're gonna wear it, are you gonna wear it before you go there, or actually when you go there. Because imagine if you are wearing high heels, for example, and you want to go to the countryside. You obviously can't do that. So you need to know this little information beforehand, so you can be as best as you can in the photo shoot, which is the important stuff.
Also keep in mind that sometimes it's good to talking with the photographer about the shoot before the shoot. I mean, you can send pictures with the character in general because they usually don't know a lot about the character. They are not forced to do. They are not the cosplayers. They are photographers. So it's okay if they don't know the character. Okay, sorry. If you can send pictures with poses and show them that I want to make this, or tell them about yourself, tell them that this is my good profile, I like to pose like this, I like to do this, and talk with them what...
We do that with our photographer.
Yeah, I mean I would like to take pictures in the half above of me for my scene. I think it's better to me that. Yeah, you need to talk. And it's the same with the video, but in videos, the videographers needs to work more with you. I mean, it's in action. You spend more time than photographers for making the perfect result, because in photo you're posing, you're perfect, you stay still. So only the photographer is working. But while you do the video, you have to be in every shot perfect, and we are not. Unfortunately, we are not in every shot.
That is true.
Yeah. And when you're working with videographers, keep in mind that they have to be stabilized. Or they have the
Stabilizers.
It's really important. You want to add something?
Yeah. Just imagine that if a photo shoot takes a long time, imagine a video.
Yeah.
I'd rather.
What? Days?
What?
Yeah, I think that videos, professional videos take up about 2 days.
Yeah. I mean, we have made we have used an entire day to do a 2 minutes video. So.
Yes, in the music video. Also, working on Photocon, there's a convention in Poland which is called Photocon, and it's based on photographers, videographers, cosplayers, and makeup artists. And you can get there, book some shootings, and in some amazing locations. They're also bringing some stuff for you. I mean, when I went there, we had a fire guy for special effect with real fire, animals, horses, alpacas, snakes, what else? Wolves, yeah, real wolves.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So where horror is getting is, you want to do a shoot with wolves, right? And the first thing you think about, of course, is you Photoshop them. There is no other way. But there are people who actually tame wolves, and they bring it to this convention. I bet there are gonna be more. So look into that. Why not?
We actually to tell you, for one photo shoot, we actually rented horses.
Horses. Yeah.
That was for professional models. There are trainers making like this, and they're staying still. I think the photo.
Yeah. It's too bad I can't take my headphones. Okay.
If that makes you feel better, keep in mind that you're not yourself anymore. You're the character. So don't be shy. I heard and I know a lot of people who make great costumes and they can't do their performance because they're too shy to the audience. That's unbelievable. Try to feel more comfortable with yourself. You can use a mirror at your home to practice your pose and how you will be at the con. That helps a lot. You do that?
Yes, but I'm on stage with Matthew.
I think
Stage
Yes,
fright,
stage
yeah.
fright is a different thing, but I think everybody can overcome it through experience. I know I had stage fright when the first time. Afterwards, I just learned how to bear it. So I get stage fright every single time I'm behind the stage. Now I don't cosplay, but I mean, do performances. But I get the stage fright behind the stage. But then I just realized that it's something I like to do. And when I get on the stage, it just goes away and it takes me. Because I think that's because I was practicing.
Especially for the competitions, you most of the times have a song. You have something to do on stage. Stay focused on that. Don't look at the audience. Usually,
Don't.
no, you're loud. Don't do that. It's not working. But don't look at the faces. If you're too shy or you're afraid of the
reaction.
Yes.
Don't look to their expressions.
yeah, don't look because don't be fake. Every time you're on the stage, you don't see right. Many artists have said that you think that everyone is laughing with you, you think that you're bad, something is wrong. So don't look at the expression.
Because you look at the second and you see them laughing because they read the text and you think, oh my god, he's laughing at me.
Yeah, or you imagine that. There have been some research about that, and they've seen that when you're on stage, you imagine the expressions of the audience. What you fear, you see it in front of you. So you can stay above the stairs.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good trick. It works. Look at the light.
Actually,
Maybe light not that much because
you will go blind. But actually, yeah. But actually, that is what they taught us in acting school. Guys, I was in acting school. They taught us like find a dot above everybody's head and look at that one dot. Don't look at them.
Usually it's at the center and above all of the heads. It's working. For me, it works. And if you go a lot of times on the stage, you'll get used to that. You'll have fun with the audience. You can see clear after some time. And it's really good. When you do a good performance and you can see clear to the audience, you will see that they like it. Or you can hear that when they're clapping. It's amazing to be on the stage and be good with yourself. So try, don't be shy. Okay, so now we're to the last part, which is the most unknown one, I could say.
Yeah.
Do you know how you can get known, how to reach people who like your work and want to follow you?
No,
Yeah, we said that.
Yeah, that's true. But he said that they have the hype.
Even if you cosplay a mainstream character, how are people reaching you? There are so many people that are cosplaying
Mainstream
main
characters, they're, yeah, and they're
So
not reached.
let's do it the way we did it with the other thing. Let's do a question. Promotion tools. There are a bunch. Who knows it? Some of them. You can say just a word. Some well known. Some of the cosplayers that are well known as well. What do you use for promotion?
Hashtags
Hashtags?
Yes.
So Twitter?
on Instagram.
Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
The other thing is maybe when you ask somebody to promote, for example, their conferences, they send you a pair, then you just
Yeah. We're gonna say that later.
We'll talk about that.
So we have Twitter. We have.
On Instagram, there's this thing that's called share for shares,
Mhm.
that you share another cosplayer, and then he shares you back.
Yeah.
So if the cosplayer is well known, you get a lot of followers
Yeah, that's
from him sharing your work.
Yeah, that's for
That's
certain.
one of the most known ways to reach more people. Share for share. There's in Facebook. There's another way. It's like for like, where you like a page and you. There are some groups where you join them and everyone say, "Hey guys, I have a page. Check my work and give a like, and I will give you us back." That's not working. It's not a share. When you share something, you have some friends, you have your followers, you show them something. When you just like it, no one notices that. It's not working. And many of them take them back. So if you ever think about writing that or you did that, it's not the best way. And there are way more easier ways. So we talk about Instagram. So at Instagram, the hashtags are the best way to reach more people, because every time someone wants to see something, he will search it, and the hashtag will reach you there. Also, you can tag pages. There are some pages for cosplay. I don't remember the name because I'm not very familiar with Instagram, but you can
Tag.
yeah, use a tag to add some pages that are working on that, working on sharing cosplays.
And Instagram is the first thing that someone's going to check out if they learn you're a cosplayer. I mean, you're a cosplayer, they want to see pictures. Instagram is the first thing they're going to click. I guarantee you that's what I do.
Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, but if, for example, I find you as a cosplayer and I want to see your work in order, because I'm looking for something, I want to add you to my list because I have a list of cosplayers. And I have 2 links about you, and one of them is Facebook and the other one is Instagram. I will 100% click on Instagram first because I want to see some pictures, and then I will decide if I want to see who you are, what you do. So
yeah, Instagram is like your page, your first look.
Your cover.
Your cover. That's what I'm looking for. Your cover. There, you get there to. You won't get there to see the progress. You get there to see the person, how it looks, what she or he has done, and stuff like that. And if you like it, you get to their Facebook, usually, or Twitter. In our country and in cosplay industry in general, Facebook is more known than Twitter. Also, keep in mind that Instagram is very, very popular because of the selfies. Because everyone makes selfies. I mean, all of you have sometimes make selfies, and maybe most of your photos are selfies. So, when you see someone and you want to see the real him, you don't want to see a photo shooting. I mean, yeah, you want to see a photo shooting because they will look great, but on selfies, they are themselves, or you think they are, because you're doing the same. So, Instagram is very familiar with that, and you want to check first Instagram to see those things.
You want me to take over Facebook?
Huh?
You want me to take over Facebook? I'm going to say a couple of things. So, as Horace said, Facebook is way bigger in Greece than Twitter or anything else. So, you have to find the best ways to promote yourself through Facebook. And I know that you're just saying, I'm going to post it on my page and stuff like that. And it doesn't work like that when you want to reach a big audience. So, we have,
What about World Cosplay?
we will talk about that.
Ah, okay.
World Cosplay.
Okay.
We'll talk about that.
So, in Facebook, you need to have a page, obviously, and you have your personal profile most of the times. So, what do you do in order to reach most amount of people? You post photos on your Facebook page, and that, most of the people think that that's about it, that's the best thing I can do. But, Facebook does not promote pages and photos in the pages that much anymore, because Facebook understood that people are using the free service of Facebook in order to get likes, and they can monetize after that through sponsorships or anything else. So they are thinking, why would I give something like that for free when I can make them pay for it? So that's why they're not promoting the photos of the Facebook pages as much as they did. But there are some loopholes you can do in order to avoid that and work around it. First of all, the most obvious one is to put money into your pictures in Facebook. I know that sounds ridiculous most of the times, but if you put a little amount, most of the times it's cost effective. I am not saying that you should or must do that, but if you're willing to do that, it's gonna get you your money's worth. So
even with that, you need to know what your target group is and you want to be. Because, okay, I might pay like €3, €10, €100 to promote my page, but it's different to promote my page to 15 years old child and to 80 years old
people on Facebook.
Yeah. So you need to know your target group when you're using advertising. Keep in mind that cosplay is about the most popular in under 18 and 18 to 30 years old people. Yes, there are older people who do cosplay, but when you want to reach your work in general, you want to promote your work to 50 years old people, because there'll be only 1 or 2 or 10 of the 100 who are interested in cosplay. When you promote it to 18 years old, the 4 of the 5 will know what cosplay is and might be interested in your work.
Might you share it with their friends?
Yes.
So, Facebook pages, you don't do photos in order to promote yourself as much anymore. So what do? You do videos. And I'm not talking about creating a video on YouTube, for example, and sharing it on Facebook. I am talking about creating a Facebook video. Even if it is 5 or 10 seconds, it doesn't need to be long, but instead of posting a photo of yourself, just post a 5 seconds video, like it's gonna look like a GIF, but the difference it's gonna have in the people reach and in the people liking it and the people viewing it, it's enormous. You cannot even imagine how much more Facebook promotes videos other than photos in these days, especially for pages. So you want, for example, to show your job in a photo. Okay, let's say photo. Create a video, 5 seconds video, 10 seconds video, or whatever is the most you can do, and link your picture in the description of the video. I guarantee you, a lot more people are gonna click on that rather than your photo if you just upload your photo.
To be honest, once I posted a GIF of my costume and I got like 200 more followers then, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah, Facebook is promoting it because if you want to go to the technical part, this is going to be real quick. It's because Facebook wants to antagonize other sites like YouTube, and they want to have content on their site, and that's why they are over promoting it right now. So if you know these things, you can take advantage of that and make your work known like that. So right now, video is hot. That's it.
And live streams.
And live streams, yeah.
Also, in Facebook, there are a lot of pages that you can promote your work. I mean, do you know the art of cosplay?
I just shared mine on the art of cosplay.
Yeah, it's super helpful and useful to share your pictures, video, or whatever you want to promote at groups and pages. And there are a lot of pages like Super Cosplay Gallery, The Art of Cosplay, and Cosplay Sky.
Cosplay, Cosplay Circle.
Yes, all these, I think that's the three I said, and as costumes, are the most popular for featuring your work. And once I shared there some of my pictures, and the minimum likes I got from there was 400. 400 in a day, yeah. That's way better than doing advertising. What?
Say this as well.
Yeah. Also, if you want to get known from browser, if you want to get known from browser when someone's clicking Raven costume, Twi'lek cosplay,
Through Google most of the times.
Yeah, through Google. You can use DeviantArt. DeviantArt is the best thing for that. It's not that popular, but in browsers, it's one of the best. It's the first thing that it's gonna search when you're putting the word cosplay.
Yeah.
Not the Instagram, not the Twitter, not the Facebook, not even the YouTube that much. Google, especially when you click the word cosplay, search first the DeviantArt, the website, and the YouTube. So it's okay. It's really good when you upload photos to DeviantArt, even if you're not that known to DeviantArt, just to have the first shot of one person who's looking for a cosplay.
Okay, and up until this point, this entire presentation, I am not needed as a manager, but I come into the next part. So, you are a professional cosplayer now. You have a professional costume, you have a professional way into making your costume known to the public, so what do you do with that? So what do you do with that? You actually have to find a way to monetize your work. And how do you monetize your work in cosplay? That's the pickle, right?
Oh my God, that's
I know a lot of people who have more likes than me, more followers, more people who support them, and they cannot make cosplay their real job because they cannot monetize themselves.
So, what do you do in order to make money? That's the real question here.
Yes, give us.
Give us the knowledge.
Give us the
Yeah,
gold.
I know. First of all, and I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
First of all, of course, is sponsorships. Sponsorships are not the best thing when it comes to how will you move forward with your job, let's say. Because sponsors would like to say to you, I want you to cosplay that, and I want you to do it in a week. Or I want you to cosplay in a more sexy way, or in a more conservative way, or whatever. I don't know. But sponsorships, they give you money for sure, but in our opinion, especially in cosplay, because cosplay is something that anyone can manipulate, you have to be crystal clear on what your sponsorships are going to be about. So,
Before that, I think we have to say that the easiest way to get a sponsor is from gaming industry.
industry,
Sorry.
is what you want to say.
Yeah, from games. There are many companies like Logitech who want cosplayers just to give their mousepad, their mouses, and promote them. There are gaming companies, and most of them don't have that budget, or they don't want to offer that budget for cosplayers. That means that they'll ask you to do a lot of things for them, and the income will say that it will be the promotion and giving you some free gifts.
Don't do
search-
that.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't search for that type of sponsors, because they are not sponsors. They might be partners, I would say. If you don't have an income from your sponsorship, it's not your sponsor.
Okay, so I go on and say that sponsorship is very important to have crystal clear relationships with your sponsors. What you do and how you do it. So, for example, I'm going to give you with an example of our example. We have the first cosplay contract in Greece. We are the only ones in Greece that does it. I don't know if anyone in Serbia does it, but nobody, as my friend suggests. But we have it there. And think about that. We have a cosplay contract in Greece, which economic state is really bad at the moment, and cosplay is next. Yeah, cosplay was next to unknown into Greece like 2 years ago. How did we do it? Well, that's where I came in. One day, one morning, I woke up and I went to a hobby shop, which is a very big hobby shop. Obviously, it sells like story time, yeah. It has like a lot of materials like for painting and for all kinds of crafts. So what I do, without knowing any of them, I went into their office and I told them, you know what cosplay is? And they told me no. I gave them a presentation about what cosplay is and how it can affect their line of work, and they loved it. And because cosplay is something that most people are going to be interested in like right away. So I gave them a presentation of what cosplay is, what cosplay can become, and how they can make money out of it. And they agreed that this is a very good idea, that Horror here is a very good ambassador, let's say, and we got hired, but we're not hired, we're not working for them, we're working with them. And we have a cosplay contract now, which means that we are creating content for them, because content is very important. When I say content, I mean YouTube content, I mean live stream content, I mean photos, all kinds of stuff that they cannot do on their own. We are creating for them. We have actually managed to bring all different cosplay materials in Greece through them that we didn't have access to before, like thermoplastic materials, like Evaform, like Warbler, you may know it. We didn't have any of this in Greece before, and it is logical to think that we don't have it because cosplay, we didn't have any cosplayers back then, but
Not that popular.
yeah, we gave them what any company wants to see. We gave them a dream, let's say, and we gave them a way into materializing this dream for them. And they liked it. And that's a very good idea, and I hope it becomes an inspiration for some of you into finding something similar in Serbia as well. Go to companies and make it possible for them in order to make money out of cosplay. Because if they become interested in that, you have very good chances in making money out of them. So, do you want to? I know.
Okay.
So, cosplay contract. What our contract means, or includes actually, what I want to say is, as I said, creating cosplay content for them. Advertising, YouTube videos and stuff like that. But that's not the only thing that there is. You can go to conventions for them. You can create whole costumes for them if they want, and that depends on the company. So if the company is a gaming company and they want to use you as an advertising, a real life advertising, that's cool. But you have to do it in order to make money out of it, not like receive a gift out of it. Go on.
Okay, one of the easiest way to promote the sponsor is through YouTube. YouTube videos are really popular, especially for crafting materials shops where you can create things on YouTube, you can craft things, and at the same time you will teach your audience how to make things and promoting the materials of your sponsor. Also, live streams are pretty popular, and it's something new. No one's doing crafting live streams. I know that Twitch looking for cosplayers who want to do daily live streams about crafting, or just doing cosplay stuff, doing photoshoot live stream, doing photo editing live stream, doing crafting live stream, whatever.
He likes to make because of that.
Yeah.
I'm going to Twitch.
Go speak with Twitch. Do you know how Twitch works? Okay.
I watched the live
So
stream
we
games.
don't have much time. In general, Twitch, you can get partner with the company and get the subscribe button, which everyone who watching you can subscribe to you and give you an income. And as an exchange, you're giving them gifts, you're giving them some emotes where they can spam at the Twitch chat. And what else? I think that.
Yeah, and that.
Yeah, of course. And one of the most important websites nowadays is Patreon. A year ago, Patreon wasn't that popular, but nowadays cosplayers, non-cosplayers making Patreon, and it's the best way to get an income from Patreon. Do you know how Patreon works? There are many buckets where, depending on the budget you're giving to the cosplayers, they're giving you something back. That's depending on the cosplayer. I mean, if I was about to make a Patreon, you will be able to have access to some of my craft things. You'll be able to have access to backstage, okay.
You can finish.
Just they're saying faster.
Wanna help me?
Yeah, so in order to wrap things up pretty quickly, the point is that there are a lot of ways to make money out of cosplay. One of them is sponsorships. The other way is creating content for yourself and then monetize it through sites like YouTube, for example. The other thing is Patreon, which is very hot right now. Patreon is a site that you can donate money to an artist and he's going to give you content to see, like tutorials and stuff like that. And last but definitely not least is if you have something to sell, like prints for example, which is very common among cosplayers, you can have a print shop, an online print shop. In order to do that, you have to set up a definite way of how you're going to ship them away, but that's technical stuff, you can overcome it for sure, and you can sell online stuff that you are creating yourself. Prints are not the only thing there are, they are not them. The only things out there that you can sell, but it is the most common.
Yeah. Last but not least, there are the conventions, where they can you get paid to get there, but keep in mind that's not the most known and the easiest way to get cosplay job. And most of the known cosplayers haven't that as the base of making money from cosplay, making job. So don't think that if you won't get invited to a con, you won't be the professional cosplayer. That's totally wrong. Okay? So.
And that's about it from us. If you have any questions, you can just ask them right now, real quick though, real quick.
One thing, is there any origin story about your artistic name, White Photo?
Your name.
He asked you how did you come up with your name. That's
Yeah.
Okay, so Horo is the main character of the first anime that I saw when I started watching online anime. It was from Spice and Wolf, and Kaida is a species of kind of dragons in Japan, so it's Horo from that type of dragons, because I love dragons.
Yeah, because I was really confused, was it Photo or Photo?
So in general, if you want to ask any questions, they can maybe go to the booth upstairs, look into some stuff. She's selling some stuff, for example, batarangs and stuff like that. You can come over to the booth to see what she is. She sells prints as well, and she's very awesome to talk to. So come upstairs to the cosplay booth, and you can ask her some more questions in person because we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah.
Okay, just the last thing I have to say. Keep in mind that the true you is the best you. That means that don't try to do something that someone else did. Do it your own way. Be yourself at cosplay, because you may cosplay a character, but it's you. That's what I have to say. Don't look at me like that.
Thank you for visiting.
Thank you very much for coming. I hope that panel helped you.
Welcome me, 100%.
Thank you very much. But first, let me take a